Hi guys, welcome to the PremSoft Technical channel. Today we are going to start with the Java multithreading concept. In this tutorial, I am going to tell you about how to use the multithreading and what is exactly the multithreading concept is. So first we will just understand about basics of multithreading. So first of all, what exactly the multithreading is. Suppose let us understand if one student is there, he is watching the movie. Let us say I will write here watching movie. Same person, he is talking on phone. Same person, somebody came, open the door. He is opening the door. So nothing but all the three activities he is doing. Who is doing? The person one only. But the one activity is not dependent on the other. All the activities are independent here. Let us say watching movie is independent. If this is closed, it will not have any impact on the talking on the phone. If this is closed, it is not having any impact on the open the door. Nothing but one person only doing this multiple tasks, but it is not impacting to each other. So when we are using this concept, concept is called multitasking, guys. Why? Because all the tasks are parallelly. Means one person only doing, but it is not dependent. Let us say the second one. Second is nothing but what? Multi-threading. What is multi-threading? One person only doing the three tasks. Well, this is one, this is two, and this is three. But this will be done at the parallelly. This is nothing but multi-processing concept we will call, not multi-threading. But it is multi-threading. Why? Suppose example, here we are having 3 second, 3 second and 3 second work. How it is multi-threading? I am telling you. Suppose example, this work is doing in 3 second. So first time this person is doing 3 second. After that it is getting the chance, nothing but 3 second plus 3 second, 6 second. After completion of this 2, third is getting the chance, nothing but 9 second. To complete this task, suppose example we are taking a 9 second. But same example, if you are doing parallelly, nothing but this and this, all the three are working the parallelly, how much time will it take to complete? Only 3 seconds. So when the work is completing in the 3 seconds, then this concept we will call it as multi-threading. So to use the multi-threading, what are the concepts we will use in the Java? So there are two ways to take the multi-threading in the Java. So observe very carefully. Either one is thread class or we can say runnable interface. We can take multi-threading concept into our program by using either you can extend the thread class or you can implement the runnable interface. So how to use? So very simple here. I will take my class as let it be demo extends thread. So when I extend the thread, what will happen? In the thread we will have the method called the run. So whenever you want to write any logic, you must write inside the run method only. Sir, why only run? Because when you write inside the run method, then only your code will be called as multi-threading concept. Except the run, if you try to use another method, that concept will not call as a multi-threading. Either this is one way. Sir, what is the second way then? Second, you can implements. Like I will call class demo1 implements runnable interface. And here also which method you have to override compulsory? Void run method you have to write. So I will write here void and run. Sir, then how to use the multi-threading and all that we will discuss. Now before that, just I wanted to show, I wanted to tell one point is, whenever we write a simple Java program, by default one thread will be there into your program, and that thread is nothing but main thread we will call it. So nothing but even though we are not using multi-threading, how many threads will be there into our program? So answer is by default one thread will be there compulsory. So let us write the program. So I am writing here class. Let us say I will take ts demo extend. I am going to use as I told, I am going to use first time thread. So whenever you want to write any logic, you will write inside the run method and make sure this run should be public method. So public run we are writing. Now inside the run I will write my logic. So logic you can write anything as per your command. I wanted to print 1 to n number. I is equals to 1, I less than or equals to n I plus plus, and I will print some message here. So what message you wanted to print? Like I'm writing system dot out dot println, and I wanted to print run method. So just message I wanted to print as run method. Now same I will write class th main, nothing but in this one I will write the main logic of my program. So public static void main, I'm going to take here string args, and I will just create an object of th demo here. Th demo t is equals to new th demo, and here I will create the object of t dot. Sir, what should I call? Either run method. If I call the run method, this concept will not be multi-threading concept. Compulsory run method if you want to use means you have to call the start method. Start means what? Sir, if I call the run method, what will happen? That is also we are going to discuss in a few minutes. Now here if I call the start method, what will happen? One thread will be created here. Sir, before creating this object, do we have any thread into our program? The answer is yes, we will have the one thread, and that thread is nothing but main thread is there. So what I can write here, I will write here main thread is already there in my program. So if somebody asks you how many default thread will be there into your program, so definitely one thread, and that thread is main thread. I will show you practically, guys, don't worry. Now up to here one thread is there, then I am creating object of my thread, nothing but my class is there ts demo, and when I write ts demo here the thread will not create. When we call the t dot start, nothing but the second thread is created. So at this line total how many threads are there in, guys, in our program? So we are having two threads, one is main thread, and I will give the name as thread 0. So obviously thread 0 is called the second thread in my program. So main thread always name will be main, and whenever we create our own thread, that thread name will be thread 0. How it will be changed and all, that is also we are going to discuss in detail. So total how many threads, guys, we declare in our program? 2 threads. Now here also I will write some more code, and that code is nothing but I wanted to print the number from 1 to 10. Now observe very carefully, guys. When I create this thread, nothing but this thread will execute, this program will execute by this thread 0, and main thread will execute this code. Now you tell me in total how many threads are there in my program? 2 threads. So definitely one thing you have to remember, our code will work parallelly, not one by one. So what is the meaning of parallelly and what is the meaning of normal? So I will do one thing. For few seconds I will change the name as run1, and here I will, instead of start, I will call the run1. So you will get a very clear picture. So now this is not a multi-threading concept, guys. Right now this is not a multi-threading because we did not override the run method. Run method is compulsory to override. So I did not override the run method. Run1 method I called, and then I call here main method. So now how my output will work? Because how many threads are there in my program right now? Only one, and that thread name is what? Main thread. So definitely what will happen here? Main thread only is going to execute this data and this data. One person is doing the 2 tasks. So how it will be done? First run method will be called. First run method, all the data will be printed. After completing of this work, then main method will work. Why? Because one thread only going to do both the tasks. So first we'll see the output, then we'll come to the concept of multi-threading. Very detailed discussion we'll do it on this one, guys. So in the D drive, I will create a folder called PR softwares, and into this one only we'll write our program thmain.java. So open the command prompt. Here we'll write Java, first D drive cd space PR softwares. It is our training institute, PR softwares, and here we'll write Java C space our file name. What is our file name? thmain.java. And just see the, okay, I did not declare the variable n. So what I will do is, instead of n I will write the 10, because I don't want n right now. I don't want that value, so I will just, instead of n I will write the 10. Rest everything is okay. It is executed. Then next we'll compile the program Java th main. So if you observe here, the coding is what we are getting. First 10 times we are getting the run method and then 10 times main method. I will execute once again. Output is changing. No, because one person only doing the both the tasks. First it is printing the run method 10 times and then main method 10 times. So in this situation, if you see, look at my diagram, that previous diagram, if you see here, when I was explaining here, I told you that suppose example two tasks are there in my program. What is the two tasks? One is run method task, one is main method task. So first let us say, just assume it is taking 2 seconds of time and it is taking 2 seconds of time. So total execution, how much time it is taking? 4 seconds of time if I use this concept. But let us say, what about multi-threading? Multi-threading means, as I told you, right now one thread. Compulsory we have to write run method, and we can't call run method. We have to call only start method, because internally start will call the first start will create a thread, and that thread will call the run method. So right now, how many thread are there here totally? This is the second thread, and this thread name is thread 0. So total how many threads are there in my program? 2. So first run will be called, and then second main will be called. Main will be called by the main thread, and this run method will be called by thread 0. So now my output, sir, what output I will get it on the screen? So output will be both the methods will work parallelly, but we can't say the order of the output. This is very important point, guys. In the multi-threading, we never expect the order. It could be anything as per your program. Just observe here, I am compiling. Okay, we wrote here run 1 only. You have to call, I think I did not save it. Control S, now you try it. Okay, I was not saved, guys, so I save it. Execute java space th main. First main is coming, then run. Will it be same? No. Observe here, run main mix, because both are working parallelly. Some is going little fast, some is going little slow, but obviously this task will be done in the parallel way. Nothing but here, now it is not taking 4 seconds, it is taking only 2 seconds. Why? Because both are running in a parallel way. But one thing you have to remember, order we can't expect. Main will come or run will come first. It could be anything. If you observe your output, every time the output is changing. We can't expect the order in the multi-threading. That is a very important point. So this is what, just a basic introduction we did it, what, how to create a thread. So what are the things you have to remember? First you have to extend the thread. That is very important. After that, compulsory you write the run method. Inside the run only, whatever the code you want to write, that should be inside the run. So when we create the object here, which method we have to call? Sir, I can't call the run method directly. Why? That is also we are going to discuss in a very few minutes. We have to call only start method. When we call the start method internally will going to call the run method, and your multi-threading concept is done. Sir, what about if I call the run method? Generally, if I call the run method, it will treat as a normal method. It will not execute here. Now the thread will not create. And obviously when thread is not created, it means what? It will behave like a normal method only. Now you observe here, your output. Obviously, how we were getting the first run method, main method. Run method, main method. Now anytime number executed, it will behave like a normal, not a thread recording. So I hope you got the basic idea what is multi-threading is and how to execute the multi-threading. More about the multi-threading and all we are going to discuss in the coming video. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel for more videos. Thank you for watching this video, guys.